All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in again to your local locksmith, Urban Lock and Key, coming at you with another video. Today we are working on this 4-button flip key. This flip key is generally for Acura. Some Honda vehicles can accept it as well. All right, what we're going to be doing today is changing the battery on this. It's going to take a few steps to get to the battery casing. But once we get there, just however you disassemble, reinstallation is the same way. One thing you're gonna do, we're gonna need to go ahead and set aside a small flathead screwdriver as such, and a 1-point Phillips. Other than that, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. If you think this video is helpful for you, if there's other things that you need help with, please go ahead and leave in the comments, or you can go ahead and leave me an email, urbanlockandkey@gmail.com. I'm going to go ahead and leave the email inside the description. That way you can get in contact with me if there's any videos that need to be posted that I have not reached out for. All right, the first thing we're going to do, there is a set screw right here. It's a Phillips. We're going to go ahead and remove that. Yeah, these steps are generally simple. So when you go ahead and get these components removed, just go ahead and place them down in a neat manner so that way you know how they come across. So if you can notice that this key, the plastic casing, has slits in it to where it's removable. Okay, so what we're going to do is we can automatically tell once we remove that screw that this portion of the case comes off. So the first thing we're going to do is pull this up. And there's a little notch here that holds it in place. Just be very careful when you pull it out. Okay? Now we're going to set this portion of the key aside, because this is where we're working right now. Okay? As you can notice, there's a notch here that actually holds the backing together. So what we're going to do next is take this flathead, position it here, and we're just going to pop it up as such. And once you remove this out, it's just going to expose the rest of the remote. And all you want to do is get it separated. So once you separate it here, you want to keep the buttons facing downward, and the back itself will expose the actual battery. This should be a 2016. Once you go ahead and replace that, installation is just the reverse of how you disassemble it. We're going to go ahead and put this back together now. You'll hear it snap in place. And before you go ahead and put the remote back together, just give it a test run to make sure that the buttons are functional. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and seat this back in the upper portion of the casing. But remember what I told you. You want to angle it to where that slot holds the back of it in place, and then press it down. Once you get it to this point, hold it in place. We're going to go back to the key portion and just angle it in like such, and then snap it down. Now, it's still going to have its play until you get that screw set back in. So let's go ahead and get this Phillips screw. Okay. And just gently screw it in. Now don't forget, these are plastic inlets, so we don't want to screw it too tight because you can't strip it. Once you get it to this point, it won't go any further. You don't want to put too much torque on there. Now just go ahead and test the buttons to make sure that they're responsive again. Make sure the key goes back in its place and flips out like it's supposed to. All the buttons are responsive like they are. All right, there you have it. Another battery replaced for another remote. Thank you for tuning in to this video. If you like this video, like and subscribe it. If you like what this channel is doing, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. Leave me any comments below, good or bad. That way I know what to look for and what not to look for. And if you find this video helpful, please leave me in the comments below what you find helpful, and if it's any other additional videos that needed to be looked at, let me know. Thank you for tuning in. Check out more videos as they come.